Gonna do some gold level analysis. It's a new season, and I thought I'd kick it off by going over this game here. In the bottom left, MonoZeus, as in one Zeus. If you're a polygamist, then you probably don't want to deal with MonoZeus. Perhaps you want PolyZeus. And at the top right, Marticus is our awesome Zerg. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. And we're gonna go to production. Just keep things basic for a little bit. Now this game is going to be more or less about what happens and how to react. That's pretty much it. You may be looking at the larger picture in your games, or may encounter a lot of players who seems to do all-ins or timing attacks. And as you can see here, I did spot the gas going up, and I figured odds are I'm going to get some early harass, perhaps by Reapers, or maybe even some Stim Marines running in, trying to take out some drones, or maybe even push an early win if control isn't handled well enough. Frankly, I didn't expect anything more than that. Right now, I made sure I got my spawning cooldown, made sure I expanded when I felt I was safe, but still not producing links, and frankly, I'm kind of pushing it to the edge here. At this point, we'll go back to everyone. We'll look at the Terran. Now he's going into triple racks, and as you can see, he's still been going hardcore on that gas. Still constantly making SCVs. Whereas I am just getting up a crawler and making sure that I have even saturation on all the bases. Made sure I had a second crawler at natural, and getting ready to handle perhaps some late harass here from the early gas. But what I didn't do is, as you can see here, actually we'll pause the game real fast, I didn't scout. I have my Overlord headed out. I have another Overlord headed here, but I didn't really focus on the fact that he wasn't trying to expand, he wasn't trying to push, he was just walling in and hiding everything. Versus what he actually has, which is quite a reasonable army. Not to mention, he's got combat shields. So, not combat shields, Stim. I should have been thinking about banelings, lots of spines, and how to protect my economic advantage. Not to mention, what is he doing instead of expanding? Because if I was one basing, I'd been focused on making a gigantic army. Anywho, so we'll press play again, go to everybody, and we'll check out his main base. As you can see, he's really overproducing on the SCV's numerals. And here comes the initial attack. What do? Not much. I just kind of react in a standard way. As you can see, at this point I have noticed the attack. It was going to expand. It does expand. My production suddenly goes from a whole bunch of drones to links. Thing goes down quickly. Active force is much higher than mine. I really don't have a chance of defending this. And the lings come out, and what do I do with them? Not much. Well, if you look up here, no spawning there it is. The baneling nest. Let's just go back. 8 minutes. That was up. The attack is in the base. At 7:50, it had just completed. If I had taken the time to put this down 1 minute earlier, instead of focusing on getting this expansion up at the 8-minute mark and going for the fast triple base, I would have been well equipped to handle this small fiasco. All I had to do was produce a dozen lings, turn them into banelings, and handle this. Now granted, he does have a bunch of marauders, but the queens and the drones could have handled that without too much of a loss, and he would have still been stuck on one base, 3 racks, rallying units across the map to that. Anyway, let's watch the ending as it occurs. I really just wish that I had been thinking a little bit more about what my opponent was doing, and if I was my opponent on one base, what my goals would have been. I did have overlords outside, but that was it. I've got some links. As you can see production, I've got some banelings coming up, but that's not enough to do anything. I didn't even try to cut off the reinforcements. And even when the Banes come in, they don't even make contact. Woohoo. GG. I tap out. Well, that's it. Thought you guys might like some really low-level replay analysis. If you go over your games every time and just take a few minutes to go over them, maybe fast forward through it on ×2 speed, you will get better. Half of the game is how you think about your actions. The other half is consistency, consistency, consistency. At least that's my opinion. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.